Hello and welcome to this edition of Monte Mumbles. What are we mumbling about today? We're mumbling about Distant Worlds 2. Yes, big reveal over at the Matrix forums yesterday, and we're going to have a quick look at that in a minute. But yeah, they gave us a screenshot and a paragraph. So we're going to have a quick look at that. It'll be a quick look. Yeah, this won't be a long video whatsoever. They didn't reveal much, but there's more information coming. So we got that to look forward to in the coming weeks. Okay, so first of all, the screenshot they just posted isn't the first time we've seen Distant Worlds 2 online. 2 years ago, Ian at Slitherine posted this tweet, and he said that he got 22 people in the office today for a product review. Most members of the company have had in one place, but still less than half. I saw the post and I kept scrolling and didn't think much of it. And then a couple days later, Pip came along and said, I wonder what game we're all gazing at intently. Well, I was there like the next day going, it looks very Distant World-ish. So maybe Distant Worlds 2? I don't know. And then Space Game Junkie came along, and what's on the screen? And then somebody replied, Distant Worlds 2. And then, are you sure? Quit playing games with my heart, sir. So a bit of a small discussion here about Distant Worlds 2, about this screenshot. But, so I noticed, first thing I noticed was the box here in the screenshot. And the 3 progress bars, and fuel, energy, and shielding. And I immediately knew that's what I was looking at because of that. And it was later revealed behind closed doors that this was indeed Distant Worlds 2, and this was a Hakonish fleet, and I guess they're assembling ships to put into the fleet and everything, giving a bit of a demonstration of that. But from the screenshot we just got, everything's changed. It doesn't look anything like this anymore. So I'm just going to share this now. And it is 2 years old, this shot. So, yeah. Shouldn't probably take too much from that one. But let's go to the Matrix forums. And this is the post that they just released yesterday. So like I said, we basically got a screenshot and a paragraph. And there will be more information coming over the coming weeks and months. So... But Eric Rutens, who's the Director of Product Development, I think. Director of Product Development, yep, over at Matrix, posted this yesterday. And he says, we've been working on Distant Worlds game for the last 4 years. It's been 4 years since the universe came out. I guess it's technically 5, but they've only been working on Distant Worlds 2 for 4 years. But and they thought it's time to start showing the thing off. So, and he says, please note that the screenshot included here is not final, blah, 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 all the usual pre-beta stuff, and yeah, nothing is final, and it's not set in stone by any means. And this first peek is just a teaser to whet your appetite and draw attention to the fact that we are going to start talking about Distant Worlds 2 more in the coming weeks and months. Very nice. So, let's have a quick look at the screenshot quickly. I'm sure you're all interested in that. We'll go up and we'll read a little description about it. And that's what we're looking at there. This is what they revealed yesterday. So we'll have a better look at that in a second, but we'll just read what he explains about it. What you see below is a view taken from just behind the night side of the mortal and rocky planet Shehom E6. So there's a night and day side to each planet from what he's saying. On the dark side, you can see some lights of the mortal and colony below. And there's the lights there. And on the light side, you can see a small storm in the atmosphere above the world. And yeah, you can see the atmosphere and everything. Very, very cool. As well as a medium spaceport, which is this, and a variety of ships coming and going, carrying cargo or colonists or guarding against pirates and other intruders. So there it is there, and a whole bunch of ships around. The snippet of the interface at the bottom shows the planetary body ships stations at this location in an easy way to navigate and all that kind of good stuff. And he notes that this is a cropped screenshot, so it's not all the UI elements whatsoever. It's there's still more to be seen around the edges and everything. So it's not the whole screen by any means. With that said, we think the image itself conveys a good bit of information, and we'll leave it here for us to discuss, and we will discuss it. And people have discussed it. I'm not going to scroll down to the replies because, well, not everybody wants to be in a YouTube video, so I'm not going to go through the thread or anything like that. He also says that they do plan to show more about the game next Thursday, December 19th, on their Slitherine Twitch channel, which is right here. Slitherine or twitch.tv/Slitherine Group. So they don't have anything on their schedule now about it, but this is this week's schedule. So next week they might have something posted about what's going to happen there. But he says it's going to be at noon Eastern Standard Time or 5 p.m. UK time. And Eric will be in the chat answering questions. I'll be there too. And so, yeah, it should be fairly informative as to what's going on. I don't know how much they're going to release or anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But let's have another look at the screenshot while we're here. And yeah, that's a medium spaceport, but you notice that it's not covering the entire planet, like in the universe. I mean, you built your large spaceport, it's hard to select the planet and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like the scale. I really like the scale. The ships are super tiny around the planet and everything. And as one of the replies in this thread said, it's one thing that a lot of 4X games get wrong is the scale of everything, because the ships are like just as big as the planets and everything, right? And I guess you can see that because you got to be able to see the ship, right? But I like the scale, how small this is. Like right here, there's a little tiny freighter that's been selected. You can see it here. It's a Resolute Maneuver. It's a small freighter. And you can see all the other ships in the area here. As you can see, this one's been selected. So I guess when you select it, it will highlight it out here. So you can go out and select ships and do whatever you want. There's the planet there. It looks like it has one moon. I'm assuming one of these is a medium spaceport. I'm not sure what the other one is here. Might be something on the surface. I don't know. 22, have no idea what that means. Might be development level. No, it wouldn't be development level. Maybe size. Probably the size. Yeah. Really don't know much about the inner workings yet, so we can't really speculate too much on that. But yeah, I really like the scale. I think this is going to work well. Now, there's no indication on what the galaxy map's going to look like or anything, but I'm assuming it's an isometric, maybe zoom in on an angle sort of idea, or maybe it's a free camera. You can spin it around whichever way you want. We'll have to wait and see on that. What else is here? And within 2 hours, this is funny, within 2 hours of this post, somebody complained about the font. So it's definitely Distant Worlds if they're complaining about the font, because that's been the biggest complaint about the original. So already we got to complain about the font, but not a big deal. It is the same font as in Universe. I think they have a specific font for that game, so that's probably why it looks familiar. And just judging by the size of the screenshot, I'm guessing this was taken on a fairly large resolution monitor. I'm on a 1080p right now, and I don't think this is zoomed in or anything. So considering that there's more UI elements and everything around it, tells me that it's running at a fairly high resolution. And if you go back here, you can see how big the TV is that they're looking at this on. So any worries about whether it's going to work on 4K monitors and all that can be dismissed. I think this day and age, if you're not developing for 4K and that, then yeah, you're pretty much dead in the water. So I'm pretty sure that's all been considered. Yeah, so not too much else to look at here. I like what I see. I really like what I see. This planet looks super polished, which gives me a lot of hope about the rest of the game. Yeah. Very, very cool. So yeah, next Thursday, definitely tune into Twitch and we'll learn more about what's going on. And in the meantime, let me know what your thoughts are down below, and we'll strike up our own conversation. And I'll put a link to the forum post in the description. I'll also put a link to the Slitherine group on Twitch, and I'll put the date and everything there if you want to check it out next week. And yeah, very, very exciting. I am so pumped for this. And yeah. I originally wasn't going to do this video just because, well, it's a screenshot and a paragraph. I don't know how much can I talk about that, but I kind of slept on it and read some responses in the thread here, and figured I'd do something anyways, because I'm sure some people are expecting me to. So, but yeah, I am super excited about this. No idea when beta testing is going to start. None of that's been actually announced or anything, so it's still very much in alpha. Yeah, there's no indication of release date or anything like that, so I'm hoping 2020 will be our year. But I would just assume they take the time, get it right, and release it when it's ready. And one thing I'm really liking that Matrix did is they left the whole project, and the reason it took 4 years, they've left the whole project with Elliot, the sole developer for the game. I'm glad they didn't just throw together a massive team to push this out in a year, or we would have just ended up with another Stellaris or a Galciv or something to that effect. So I'm really glad they left the whole project in Elliot's headspace, because I think that's kind of what has to happen here. To put more minds on it would probably just bring it into a more mainstream type of, like I said, Stellaris or Galciv. So I'm really happy that they're giving Elliot the freedom to develop it the way he envisions it, because that's given us a unique game. It's not going to be just a clone of something else, right? So yeah, very cool. So let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll leave it at that. And as more information comes, I'll do more of these videos, and we'll keep up to date that way. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little update, and catch us next time, and we'll discuss more. And yeah, thanks for watching.